tell us a bit about your work in developing people's professional confidence and authority?
Well, you know that I work with individuals as well as run a lot of seminars, and I hear a lot of people's stories. So people kind of are a little bit more vulnerable with me, so I know what's going on behind the scenes and what's going on in their minds, and usually it's about fear.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't know themselves well enough, or there's not as much self-awareness as they need to be. So they're busy individuals, probably stressed out, probably a little bit fearful about the world, but yet they've got this career that's happening and they need not to be fearful, and they need to get rid of some of those limiting beliefs and really own it. You know, be really happy with themselves and content to actually put themselves forward in the workplace. So that's where I'm coming from in this workshop.
Excellent.
And as you guys know, I work in personal branding, so I work with a lot of executive professionals and a lot of businesses as well, with their teams, with their leadership teams, and look at how they present themselves in person and online to make the best impression, but also to be seen the way they need to be seen. So we talk about positioning, making it really clear in your communications, the value that you bring in the work that you do.
Yeah. Excellent. And what is a common concern that you see with your clients, and what advice can you give, Marny, first of all?
Well, yeah, I predominantly see people called high achieving professionals. That's my main client group. And when we get down to it, a lot of it is about imposter syndrome. So they're not owning all the hard work they've done, they're not owning their qualifications, they're not owning their struggles to get to where they've got to. So yeah, it's really about getting them to really own all their achievements and bringing that forward into whichever pathway they want to go in their career, and getting over some of those limiting beliefs that do get in the way, and realise that they've actually earned it with hard work, probably studying a lot at night, and not the sheer luck, and not because of the planets and the stars have aligned. It's because of their hard work, and they need to own that and show that to people in their career. Otherwise, they'll just get trampled on.
Yeah. Awesome. Anything more to add, Julissa, from your clients that you see?
So something that I find a lot is that people are scared to appear overly self-promotional, particularly online spaces like LinkedIn. And what I find is that those that are particularly scared of it tend to be the ones that are less likely to sort of promote themselves too much and make a pain of themselves. But you know, it is a real fear, and it can happen, and it's about understanding the context of where you are talking about your work, because you do need to be visible, you do need to be seen and heard. So you need to own it, as Marny said, and be confident about how you communicate that, but at the same time understand what the context requires, so that you know how to communicate individually with people and also in your posts and things like that.
Sure. Excellent. Very good advice. And tell me both what you're planning for your upcoming public events.
Well, we're very excited about this because we're getting lots of feedback, and people are asking, when are we when is all this all happening? So we've got something coming up where we're having a conversation about everything that we're just talking about now, and kind of coming together, because we work in very different industries, but we're dealing with clients and mindset and things like that, and I think it's really important that we have these open conversations, because we've gone through this ourselves. So I think actually getting people to have that conversation and getting them to ask questions to us and
talk about it.
From our experience, I think we can give some valuable feedback.
A really interesting part of, I guess, a piece in the puzzle of what we're talking about is confidence, and we've chatted a bit about that recently, and how where does it fit in the puzzle of getting your goals together around your career, communicating who you are and what you need to present, getting your headspace right, but where does the confidence fit in? And it's interesting because we have really different perspectives on where confidence comes into the equation, so I'm really looking forward to chatting about that.
Exactly. And I think it's really time for some of these shy people out there to show the world who they are, because I think there's too many people holding back, don't you think?
And I think, like we've talked about, owning it, being really clear on it is a big part of that, I think.
Fantastic. And finally, I understand you both are writing or launching new books very soon. So, which is great. So can you tell us more, give us a sneak peek of what's coming up?
Well, like I said before, I've got lots of stories that I hear from people, and a lot of common themes come up when I'm, over the years, for like 15, 20 years, I've been hearing people's stories, and I see kind of the same themes come up. So I've written a real compilation of probably a psychologist's musings and things I ponder and wonder. And yeah, it's a book really that people can, open up at any page and they'll see, a few pages of what, the topic I'm writing about, but some clear takeaways, some messages and some actionables as well that they can take away and do. And it could probably make a big impact to their day and their lives if they just do those one little steps. Yeah.
So much is awareness, isn't it? And
it
being
is.
reminded that you're not the only one that feels a particular way.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's what mine is about.
Excellent. And Julissa, tell us about yours.
Well, I'm putting together a rather big book, I think, on personal brand strategy. So I'm very, very strategic and a real planner with anything I do, really. But when I'm looking at people's personal brands and how they construct that, I really come from a marketing background with that. So how can you apply a really clear strategy to shape your personal brand so that you can have the opportunities and the success that you want? I've put in there everything that I've tried myself, everything I've used with clients. So it's a real sort of collection of everything I've learned and everything I've done over the last few years.
All your knowledge.
Yes.
One big place.
Very valuable.
Personal brand.
Very valuable.
Thank you, ladies, and thank you for taking the time to join us today. We'd love for you to attend our upcoming pre-launch event on November 8th. We do have very limited spaces, and tickets will sell out quickly, so to secure your place, follow the links below this video, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Excellent.
Thank you, Stacey.
Thanks.